Hey guys, it's Gina from Southern Siren Vintage, and I decided to do a pre-recorded sale. I've got some problems with my vehicle, so I'm trying to get like that taken care of. So I was afraid I wouldn't have it done in time to come live, so I decided just to do pre-recorded really fast and put that out there in place of the live sale for Monday. And then I will be back on Wednesday, and I got a special guest. I'm going to have Doug on with me on Wednesday at 5 p.m. So make sure you join us for that. That should be a banging sale. I mean, it should be so much fun. So I can't wait for that. And then I'll be back at my normal time on Friday at 5 p.m. again. So that's my week pretty much. Um, but yeah, we're going to get started. If you see anything that you want to purchase, just put it in the comment section below. This is all stuff that I picked up recently. And so I decided just instead of doing a haul video to show you the items and then see if anybody wants to purchase before I bring them to a live sale. So it's kind of like you're getting a preview of a sale and a sale all in one. So, all right, so we're going to get started. Um, First up, I have some jewelry. Hopefully, my camera is going to work. I started trying to record this earlier and my camera was not working like it was supposed to. So I kind of walked away before I lost my temper. You know how that is. So, first up, I have some hairpins. Some people call these bobby pins, and I guess you could, but to me, they're hairpins because they've got the long legs on them. And I have two of these. They are matching, and I decided to keep them together instead of selling them individually because I think they need to stay together. So they're these beautiful um, AB rhinestone hairpins. These are 3 inches long. Oh my goodness. Of course, it's not going to focus for me because that's what happens. Trying to block everything out. You can kind of see there. It's a little better focused. And they have silver tone legs on them. Pretty colors in the AB. And the pair of these is going to be $12. And you just put in letter A. $12 letter A. Next up, letter B, I have this little brooch here, and it's kind of a dome shape. Really pretty clear rhinestones, kind of a faux marcasite background on it. It does have the safety clasp or the circular clasp there, C-clasp, whatever you want to call it, with the lever on there. And this one is about 1 inch across. It's not very big. It is very sparkly and pretty. So this one is going to be $10, letter B. $10 letter B as in boy. Next up, I have earrings that look very similar to that, but they are not exact matches. When I picked them up, I thought they were exact matches, but they're not. But I guess you could wear them together. These are clip earrings. But these have, instead of having that dark, really dark back on them, these are more of like a silver tone. Still the dome shape like the brooch was. Now these have the pads on the clips. I didn't take them off because, you know, I didn't know somebody wanted them or not, so I just left them on there. These measure about 3/4 of an inch across. Show you the back. And the clips are good. They're nice and tight. So these are going to be $8 letter C, $8 letter C. Next up, I have one more piece of jewelry for you. And these are glorious. I love these earrings. They're not marked, which is unfortunate because I believe that these came from a nice set. But you know how it is with like costume, like vintage costume jewelry, how they would mark like the brooch or the necklace or whatever and not mark the earrings sometimes. I think that may have been the case. But look how pretty these are. These are like an icy blue color. Let's see if it's going to focus for us. Try to get as much out of this shot as I can. And they're quite large. You've got these round rhinestones in the center, and they're flanked by the square faceted rhinestones in the same color. And it's like silver tone setting. There's the clips on the back. They are quite large, as you see, but they're very pretty. Let's see if I can hold it with one finger. There we go. That made it a little bit better. See how pretty those are? But like I said, I couldn't find a marking anywhere on the back, which is truly unfortunate because these are so pretty. So this set is going to be $14, and it's letter D. $14, letter D. D as in dog. And if I get my letters mixed up, which I could very well, you can just put like a description in there. You'll know if I get my letters mixed up. You'll be like, there was 2 of that letter. I'm like, yeah, I do that sometimes. So next up, I have this lot of crystals. I decided to put them all together in the lot instead of selling individually again, because I thought somebody could craft with them. You could string them up in your window or something to be like sun catchers, whatever you want to do with them. There's 17 of these, like teardrop with the little rounds at the top. Now, some of them, the rounds have come loose from the bottom teardrop section, but I think they're all in here, but I priced them to a point where it really doesn't matter, right? I think they're all there, though. I'll have to check into that. I'm sorry. I've been working on my car. Look at this. I have got oil on me. I got to get it in the shower, but I was trying to get it to work, right? Because everything is so expensive now. But we'll see what happens. But there are the crystals. There's 17 in the lot. And I'm going to do the entire lot for $15. 15. And that's going to be letter E as in echo. $15 letter E. Next up, I have this little kokeshi. This is going to be letter F. It is a bobblehead or a nodder. You know, they call them both. Cute little vintage miniature kokeshi. I don't know if that's a mark or I don't think it's like a signature. I don't know. There's some mark on the bottom anyway. So this little beauty is going to be $8 letter F, as in Frank. $8 letter F. Then next up, letter G is this Brighton lipstick case. It's got the Brighton heart on the front, and then the pretty Brighton like artistic hearts like they do on each side. I don't know if this is true leather or not. I kind of feel like it is because most of the time they do use like true leather on their stuff, but I can't guarantee that. It's like a croc kind of type of leather on there. And then it does have like a little mirror in there, so you can apply your lipstick. So this is going to be letter G. Right, I think it's letter G. See, I'm already messed up. Letter G. And this one's going to be $8. $8 letter G. Oh. Okay, so next I have some picture frames. They're small picture frames. And these are Ashley Manor, this one and the next one. And they're both pewter, like solid pewter, and made in 1997. They are marked on the back. This one's marked on the tail, And it also has the sticker on the stand. I'll show you. So it's got the little sticker there on the stand, and then it's marked here on the tail. Now, I don't know. I mean, the glass is in there. The paper. Oh, I froze, I think. Are part of the paper that had come in there originally. That's this cute dog photo frame. Really nice and sturdy, heavy pewter. And this one is going to be letter H. I nearly said G again. Letter H. And it's going to be $8. Like I said, it does have a little fold-out stand. And then his friend is right here. And it's the cat. Again, Ashley Manor, pewter, 1997. It does have its glass. It's got the little stand as well. Give you an idea of size. And this is going to be letter I, $8. $8 letter I. And then I've got one more frame for you. And this one's just a silver plate frame. But what I really liked about this is it's kind of throwing like deco vibes. I mean, it's not an antique. It's vintage, but not antique. And it's cleaning. But it's got kind of those deco, the raised flower, really cool, simple kind of vibes on it. It is marked silver plate on the back. It does have a stand as well. And this one is going to be $6, letter J. $6, letter J. Okay, so I think that's all my small things. So let's get some, well, I got a couple more smalls. Let me grab the smalls really quick. I forgot these guys. I forgot Peter Pan. How did I forget Peter Pan? Beautiful porcelain Peter Pan. He is marked Disney on the bottom. Malaysia, I believe is what it says. Yep, Disney Malaysia. The idea of size on him. And Peter Pan is going to be $12, letter K. $12, letter K. Excellent condition. And then I have a piece of Artisania. I love this guy. He is the sitting camel. Now, just to let you know, he does have like a little chip in the glaze right there, right on his saddle. Poor camel. Get somebody rough sitting in his saddle, apparently. He is marked, it's got the inside stamp on the bottom for Artisania. But because of his little glazed chip right there, I'm going to do him for $12, letter L. $12, letter L for the Artisania Rinconada camel. Oh, let me show you size. He's a pretty good size. Okay, next, something kind of bizarre. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. Something that most people would not probably have on the sale here, but I do. So next up is this World War II helmet. Now this, I did a lot of research because I don't know a lot about helmets. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know a lot about helmets. But from the research, my eye is twitching. I'm sorry. It's going to drive me crazy now. From the research I could do on it, it was saying that because of the bell that's on the side and where the seam is and all this good stuff to date it, that this was probably from the latter part of World War II. So World War II / Korean War, I don't know. It's one of those. One of you probably knows better than I do. But it is this fabulous old helmet. Now, let me show you the problems with it. One, there's only partial strap here, and this strap has a snap, which makes me feel like it's probably end of World War II. And there is a crack right here on this side. You see the crack right there? But it's seen some things for sure. It has the back seam, which is the way I was dating it. One of the ways it has the back seam in, where is it? I have to put my glasses back on so I can see it. It's got the back seam. Oh, there it is. It's underneath. The back seam right there. Now, there's probably a number somewhere heat pressed inside of here, but it is, I can't see it. So it may be in there somewhere. I don't know. I can't see it. But somebody named Kane had this apparently. They got their name in there. It does not have the lining in it, and it does not have the strap on this side. So I've told you all the negatives of it. But still a great shelf sitter, or for somebody that just likes to collect war memorabilia. It's really, really cool. And it's large. You know I'm going to put it on my head. You know I am. Because that's what I do. But it swallows my head. I mean, look at this. I can't even see anything anymore. I'm completely gone. Can you imagine having this on this? Like, that would scramble your eggs. So anyway, we're going to do this for $25, $25, letter M, $25, letter M as in mom. All right, so I'm going to set it right here. I'll put it on the floor so I don't drop it on my toes because that sounds like something I would do. Next, let's do this guy next. I am secretly in love with this piece because it gives me all the feels. I'm not sure of the exact date of this piece. I tried to do a little bit of research, and I'm continuing to do research just because of the subject of it. It's cork carving art, but this one's got some age to it, and I can't age it exactly. I'm kind of going by the frame. So look how fabulous this is. Three-dimensional hand-carved cork to make this like little pagoda with the trees and all this wonderfulness. It does have a little bit of cork that has come down here at the bottom that's come off because it's brittle now from the age of it. So it's got a little damage to it here and there. The way I have been trying to figure out somewhat the age of it is, one, this is an old bamboo frame. This is actual bamboo. I haven't found another one that was a bamboo frame. So that was part of the thing I was looking at. Also the back of it. The one thing I want to point out before I turn it to the back, this right here is wood on the border. So you get the dimension, right? So it's almost like a little shadow box. But this wood is not just like stained this color. It's wrapped in some kind of fabric. And the fabric almost looks like a dyed kind of cheesecloth type material, or like a linen kind of material. You can see kind of right there. See where it's wrapped? Where they didn't wrap it completely right up there? So it's some kind of material there. They have wrapped the wood in like a dyed material, which I think is fantastic. But I'm going to show you the back of it so you get an idea what I was seeing with the age factor. I mean, this is an older piece. How old? I don't know exactly. I don't even want to like venture a guess really, because I would probably be wrong. Um, like I'm trying to look at the way it was put together, and I just can't tell. I mean, the paper on the back is super old, and we know the cork is old because it's real brittle, and this wire that's holding, that they hung it by is super old. And then they've got like a nail right here in the corner, and that's an old nail. So, and then on this corner to hold the frame together. So I would just have to venture a guess, and I don't want to do that, but it has some age to it. Now, let me give you the dimensions on this one because I don't remember. It is 6 5/8 inches tall, and the width is 8 5/8 inches. It's really a beautiful piece. So this one, just looking at the ones that are more contemporary than this and going by what they had sold those for, I'm just gonna have to go with like a more contemporary price, even though I think this one, I mean, I know this one is much older. So I'm just gonna go by the contemporary price that I saw online that they had actually sold for and do less than what that was. So this piece is going to be $18, 1/8, letter N as in Nancy. $18, letter N as in Nancy. It's a pretty phenomenal piece. All right. I know, I get carried away. I'm sorry. It's like my eyes are making love to some of this stuff, and I have to just like walk away. Sometimes it gets a little much for me. Okay, so next up, I have this piece here, and it is some kind of needle point or some kind of, I don't know, embroidery. I know nothing about that kind of stuff, I don't do those kind of things, so I don't know what you even call certain stitches. Y'all would know better than I do. So I'm just going to show it to you. So it's one of these long, tall, stitched art pieces that have been framed, all hand stitched. You got this beautiful bird with flowers, and then it kind of vines all the way down. It's got birds all the way down with the flowers. So really pretty. Lots of work went into that. Now there's some spots on it that I would just spot clean it, but you could take it out of the frame if you wanted to, because there's not glass on the front. You could take it out of the frame because it's just one of these that you just, had to pull those off. So you could take it out of the frame and clean it really good if you wanted to. I personally would probably just spot clean it here and there. But I'll give you measurements on this piece as well. So this one is 18.5 inches tall by 6.5 inches wide. Really pretty piece. So this one is going to be $16, 1/6, and it's letter O. $16, letter O. All right. Let me set him down somewhere. Next up, I have this straw bag. It is a vintage straw bag. Again, not sure the exact date on it. It is all hand woven, and it is so large. It's a huge tote bag. Look how big this is. It is 2 feet wide, 1 foot tall, without the straps. That's just the bag measurement. Let me show you the bottom of it, the way it's constructed. And there's the other side. There is one little stain on the inside I found afterwards that I bought it. I'll try to see the stain right there. I don't know if that's an ink stain or what, but it didn't go all the way through. So I don't know if it can be cleaned out or not. I just want to make you aware of it. But this is a great tote if you want to just use it for decor it would be pretty to have it sitting somewhere. I was thinking like by the door and then put like some greenery, like faux plants that would hang over the side or something. Maybe tie a little scarf to the handle or something. I just thought it would be really pretty that way. There's all kinds of ways you could use it. You could use it to throw all your needlework supplies in, your yarns and all that kind of thing. Or you could use it as a little shopping tote. I know it works because I used it as a shopping tote. I picked it up and I put things in it while I was shopping. So it functions. So this guy is going to be $20 to zero. Letter P as in Paul. $20 letter P as in Paul. It is large. That's probably one. That's one of the. I've gotten some in the past that were pretty tall, but that's one of the widest ones I've ever seen. That's why I picked it up because I was like, wow, I could shove a lot of stuff in that. And I have another bag for you here. Now this one, I have looked at this bag at least 20 times since I picked it up, trying to figure out the date for you guys. I am not doing good with this on this one because there is, I don't know, it's very difficult for me. It's a little, it's like a tote, but I'm trying to figure out, it's almost, I don't even want to say it, but it's almost making me feel like this is bark cloth on the outside of it, which leads me to believe 40s, 50s. So I'm just going to leave it in that timeline. I think I'm within the right decade anyway, but it is vinyl on the inside, like a vinyl type material. And it's got this fabric on the outside. Again, it needs a good, spot cleaning here and there. This beautiful fabric on the outside. And then you got these brass rings here that hold the handle on. Now they have like gotten some, patina on some of the fabric from, being metal against fabric. I want to show you the inside though, the way they put this handle on. This handle is like, it's not rubber. It's like a plastic, but it's a flexible plastic. And then it's got that rivet there that holds it in place. So the reason I'm going to say, I will feel, I don't know what this was designed for. It could have just been a tote. It's making me feel like this was designed for a yarn bag or a needlework bag, a tote to take with you, because it's not very wide. I mean, it's wide, it's pretty wide this way. It's not very deep, I guess that's what I'm saying. That's as deep as it goes, which is not like a lot of space for a tote. But I don't know. I guess you could use it for whatever you wanted to. But I'll give you dimensions on it. I'm not going to leave you in the dark on that. So just the tote itself, I'm not measuring with the handle. Just the tote itself is 17 inches tall and 15 inches wide. Like I said, it's going to need some spot cleaning here and there. But it's just a fantastic vintage piece that I couldn't resist. So this one is going to be $14, 14, letter Q. $14 letter Q as in quiz. Or Quiznos. Ooh, Quiznos sounds good. I haven't had a Quiznos in a long time. Are they even in business anymore? We don't have one around here. We had a Quiznos when I lived in Texas, but I don't know if they've got one around here. Y'all, I get off on a tangent. Can you tell I'm hungry? Next up. Okay, come to me, you beauty, you. This is a fantastic vanity mirror. Online they call it a shaving mirror, and I'll show you why. It is double-sided. One side is magnification Ew, that was frightening. Magnification, the other side is just your standard mirror. Now, it is from the Art Deco period, which makes me just absolutely in love with it because it is just that simple chrome design. So I'm going to hold it up to show it to you. I'm going to flip the mirror up so I'm not like driving you crazy showing you every reflection there is. Getting the infinity reflection, you know. So you have your two-sided mirror here. This is a glass cover that goes over your light. It's a frosted glass cover. You have all this chrome. I haven't cleaned it yet. You have all this chrome, right? This mirror is slightly slanted back for you. And then as you go around the back, you have this little caddy back here to hold your beauty products or whatever. I've got the cord thrown in there. But on this side, you have your switch for your light, and then you have your outlet where you plugged your electric shaver in. And it actually says on it for electric shaver only. You can't plug anything else in there, apparently. Now, I don't know the maker of this because, oh, wait, I found it. I found it. It's right here on the back. I just couldn't see it without the sun. This is the Acme Specialty Manufacturing, Toledo, Ohio, number 1107C. I had tried to see on the bottom, and there's felt on the bottom, and I didn't want to pull the felt off. But it's right there on the back. I just didn't see it till now. This is what happens when you go on a camera. You see things you never saw before. Now, I don't know. Can I show it to you? You can kind of see it right there. There you go. So that for this wonderful old mirror, it just needs a good cleaning on the chrome. This one is going to be $30, 30, letter R, as in radar. $30, letter R. And it does work. It was tested. It does work. Okay. Next, I have this fantastic Bible. This Bible is from 1890. It is huge. Like, if you decide to purchase this Bible, this would be shipped on its own because I would send it media mail just to save you money because it is heavy. It is huge. It is bigger than my head. And I'm going to show it to you. Now, I want to give you full disclosure before I even show it to you. The spine has come loose on it, and somebody has put some tape on the cover, which I am not thrilled with. As you know, I do not like taped covers. But I'll save that soapbox for another time. So I'm going to pick it up. I want to tell you all that before I picked it up because I'll probably be out of breath after I pick this thing up. It is phenomenal. I did pay up for it just because I loved it so. Leather cover. Oh my stars and garters. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is the Bible. This is the Bible. It is a family Bible from 1890. See, I just knocked my camera down trying to put it down. From 1890. Now, I can't hold it up to show you pictures because I just don't have that much strength left in my body anymore. But I'm going to put pictures right here. I took pictures, and I'm going to put a few pictures right here so that you can see some of the pictures that are inside of it. As I was going through it, I took some pictures. Inside the front, it has presented with a church, and it says by. It's not filled in. And it says Pictorial Family Bible. Again, on this beautiful, almost, I mean, it is embossed. This beautiful, I'll see if you can kind of see it in the corner right there. Full art page here. Now, you know, there's some damage to this because It's a little crispy here and there because it's so old. So this is the pronouncing edition of the Holy Bible containing the authorized and revised versions of the Old and New Testaments arranged in parallel columns, giving the correct pronunciation of every proper name contained in the Bible by Professor S. W. Williams. Complete concordance. Marginal references, chronological tables, a history of ancient biblical manuscripts with facsimiles of the same, the earliest printed editions of the Bible, a history of the revisions of the Bible, etc. So, inside the cover, there's the copyrights. Uh, the first copyright for this was 1872, but this one is 1890. And then it shows the following awards were made for our illustrated editions of the Holy Bible. So they got the United States Centennial Exposition in 1876, Southern States Exposition in 1876, Franklin Institute in 1874. I mean, it goes on, which I think is pretty cool. Uh, there's a preface here. And as we go through, the preface is from 1884. History of the English translations of the Bible. Names and orders of all the books of the Old Testament. I just want to look through here. Okay. So the Old Testament, I'm going to go through them really quick. This is going to be our Sunday school lesson for today. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Samuel 1, Samuel 2, Kings 1 and 2, Chronicles 1 and 2, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. There you go. So there's all of the Old Testament. And then you have, it breaks down the Old Testament for you into all the chapters. And then it starts some of the artwork. It's got the Gentile countries and nations, the way they looked back in the day. Animated nature, and it's found in Bible times and lands. So lots of artwork in the front of this. Scripture, natural history, zoology. There's like pictures of birds and insects and reptiles and amphibians and all kinds of fun stuff. And they're like full color plates. I mean, they almost look like watercolor. And then you have all these black and white plates that were in here. I'm not going to spend too much more time, but lovely art in here. Gorgeous pieces of art in here. And it goes all the way through patriarchs, priests, prophets, and kings. I'm trying to skip through some for you. The books of the Bible, biographical and historical. And then the first epistle general of John. Oh, this is beautiful the way they did this. Biographical sketches, scripture difficulties. I mean, it just goes through all this stuff. Chronological and miscellaneous tables. I'm skipping so much stuff in here. And then it's got like this whole section that tells you about words or people that are in, it's all the people that are in the Bible and like a brief history of them, Bible stories for young people. I mean, it is a complete everything. Would I use this as a daily reader? Absolutely not. It's just too precious for that. But it is really interesting. So anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, although I would love to sit here for hours and tell you everything that's in here. But I'm not going to do that. But I am going to show you some pictures um, as I've been doing this. So this big, huge Bible, let me give you a measurement or a few measurements on it. It is 10 inches wide. It is about 12 and a half inches tall. And the thickness on it is a little over 5 inches thick. It's a huge Bible. So I know these are all over the place. Not this particular one. I couldn't find this particular one, which makes me question some things. But for other ones that I saw online, I mean, they were going for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I did pay up for this one, probably more than I should have, but I fell in love with it. So when I saw it, I had to rescue it. I couldn't stand it any longer. So this one, I'm gonna offer it up for $90, which is the least I can possibly do because I paid quite a bit for it. $90, letter S, as in Sarah, for this big, beautiful family pictorial Bible. And I know somebody out there would love to have this on a shelf somewhere. Now, would it be worth taking it in and having somebody fix the spine and remove this tape and kind of finish off this leather a little bit? I believe it would be. I believe in good condition, this Bible is probably worth upwards of $700. But I do not have the time and energy and all that to do that. I think it's beautiful the way it is. But if you wanted something that was really magnificent, you could do that. You could invest the money to have it redone. And it's well worth doing that for this piece. Okay. Come back over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so heavy. You're so heavy. Okay. I kicked the bucket. Okay. Next, I have this here is vintage plastic measuring scoops. But the reason I picked these up because they're a little bit different, right? These are measuring scoops in an almond color, but they have the little measuring spoons built into the handle, which is amazing. I love that idea. I like how they did both. I know these are vintage. They're not super vintage, but they are vintage. I would say this is 70s, maybe. Yeah, probably late 70s, early 80s. I don't know when these came out, but they're not Tupperware. I forgot the brand because it's not marked on here. But it started with an A, and now I can't remember it. My brain has just left me. Has left my body today. But I'm going to do these scoops for $6. Letter T, as in Tommy. Tommy. Or Thomas. $6, letter T. Then next I have these really fun lucite napkin rings. I have 4 of them. And they are reverse etched. So they did it from the inside here and made the flower. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to show you that or not. So they're etched from inside here. So you have the flower on there. So I'm going to do this set of 4 lucite napkin rings for $6. Letter U, as in ukulele. $6, letter U. Woo. Okay. I have a couple more items, so bear with me while I grab them. I didn't want to put them up here because they're kind of fragile, and I was afraid I would break them if I did that. So I'm going to go grab them. Don't go away. But while I am gone to fetch these items, if you could please go ahead and make sure you're still subscribed to me. And if you're not, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And while I'm gone, if you don't mind going ahead and give me a thumbs up, so when I get back, we can get back to business. So, plus it gives you time to go back and, go, well, I've got a break. I can go back and see if there's something at the beginning that I missed that I wanted. Who knows? So, I will be right back. Just hang tight. Hang tight, kids. I'm coming right back. This beautiful Fenton ruffle hobnail vase. It does have kind of that, it's not really silver crest on the top. I guess it kind of is, but it's got a little bit of like a yellow color in there. So to me, I don't know what you call that. I know with the white, with the blue, it's aqua crest, but I don't know what you call the yellow. Anywho, beautiful ruffle pedestal compote. It does have its Fenton tag right here. It is not marked on the bottom. So that's before, what, 1973, I believe, if I am correct. Doing my thing today. So yeah, it does have the orange glow. Let's see if I'll be able to show it. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there, right? It never shows from the bottom, right? You can kind of see right there the orange. And then you can see the orange in between the hobnails there. See if I can show it in here now. But yeah, see, the rim glows orange too. I'm trying not to blind you the whole time. So beautiful, beautiful piece. And this vintage piece of Fenton is going to be $12. Letter V as in victory. $12, letter V as in victory. So this piece is a gorgeous piece of Capodimonte. Look at this. And it does have a lid. I'm going to show you the lid in a second, but I didn't want to pick it up with the lid on it because I will knock that off. So it's kind of this beautiful minty kind of green. You got this raised like flourishes in here, like a white with gold, like applied gold. And then you got this applied gold behind here. And then you've got this lady here holding her mirror and little cherub down here. And then it comes down like this V shape. It's like I would call it an urn, personally. I guess it's a vase, a covered vase or an urn. It comes down to this V shape. And then on the bottom, you got 3 beautiful feet, like scroll work kind of feet there. But all around this piece, and it's quite large, you've got these cherubs or angel babies, whatever you want to call them. You have one here, more gold work. And then you have one here. And then you have this one here. It is a beautiful piece. There is no damage on this. I have looked it over and over and over. Now it is marked on the bottom. There we go. 5325 Italy, Ardalt Capodimonte Tercese. Now I'm going to put the lid on it so I can show you the way it looks with the lid. Carefully, carefully. And then I'm going to give you measurements. So this is a piece of art right here. It is phenomenal. It is 17 inches tall, and at its widest point is 8 inches across. It is so detailed and lovely. I'm trying to turn it all the way around for you so you can kind of see. Although it's not high enough for you to see, I need great detail. You can see the top. I'm going to take this off again. Here's the inside of the top, no damage. Here is the inside of the urn, no damage. It does have a good echo though. So, in my research, I have not found this. The closest thing I could find is a different line of Capodimonte. It's not the same exact one, but it had the cherubs and etc. But they did not have a piece this large. It was a small covered bowl, and a small covered bowl sold for about $200. So I'm having trouble like assessing a value on this piece, but I decided again, you know, I could kind of pay up on this as well because I saw it and I was like, that's something spectacular. So I decided to try to give you a good deal on it in hopes that it would find a home that would love it. But the cheapest that I can go on this piece is what I'm going to do. Because it doesn't go on my decor. If it went with my decor, I would keep this. I truly would. I would keep this piece because I think it's just that precious. Um, but it just doesn't go. And I can't start a whole new decor over one piece, you know. But I know somebody's house this would be beautiful in, and they would treasure it. And this is a piece that you're going to pass down to your kids because it really is one of those pieces that should be treasured. So anyway, I'm going to do it for $150, which I feel like is a steal for this piece. Um, but I'm hoping that one of my friends here will want it because I would like for somebody that appreciates this kind of thing to pick it up instead of some stranger I don't even know, you know, online. So anyway, amazing piece. Look at the size of this thing. Imagine that on a mantelpiece with a light on it, like a showcase light kind of thing. I mean, or in a showcase in a special cabinet or something. So $150. Letter W, as in winner. You're gonna be a winner if you get this one for sure, because it is. Again, this is a piece that if you decided to purchase it and bring it to your home, it's going to ship by itself. I am not shipping this with anything else. This is going to be a single shipper because of the size of it and just because I'm going to put extra insurance on it because if something happened to it, it would break my heart, honestly. But yeah, I'm going to pack this to a fare thee well and extra insurance it. I feel like when you put like a lot of extra insurance on it, sometimes they handle things a little better. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking that. But anyway, so that was my last item of this sale. And as I said, I hope that I'm going to put this back here so I don't knock it off the table and start crying. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I apologize for not going live, but I've got so much going on right now. I was just afraid that I wouldn't be able to be completely honest with you. Um, I just got some things I have to take care of, and only so many hours in a day to do it, unfortunately. I've been running like a crazy person this morning. Um, Plus, I'm trying to work this afternoon on invoicing from last week. So, if you purchase anything in this sale, if you purchase it before I get the invoice, get your invoice to you, then I'll add that onto your invoice if you have a pre-existing one, or I will send you an invoice for those items if I haven't already finished. If I have already finished invoicing, then it will be next week before I invoiced you for these items. I'm going to try to get this finished today in hopes that I can be done because I've got 101 things to do tomorrow, too. So, anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope that you have been blessed today and you're having a good day and everything's going right for you. So, as always, oh, and please remember Tammy Renee in your prayers. I would appreciate it greatly. She needs all of our love and prayers right now. She's a strong lady, but you know, it's good to have friends, right? So, please remember her in your prayers and well wishes when you see her. Hopefully, we'll see her around pretty soon. Um, because we all miss her. Tammy, if you're watching this, we miss you and love you. Um, and that's about it for right now. Again, Wednesday, I will be live because I've got Doug going to be on here with me. So make sure you join us Wednesday so that me and Doug can cut up together. That was going to be a lot of fun. So until then, guys, stay silent, stay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and that too. Be kind, stay safe, and be blessed. And as always, to God give the glory. And we will see you Wednesday at 5 p.m. right back here on Southern Siren Vintage. Please make sure you are subscribed. You have your notifications set to all because YouTube likes to play with us. And just leave me a comment below. Even if you didn't purchase anything, just leave me a comment. It helps me out so very much. And if you wouldn't mind giving me that thumbs up, that really, really does help a lot. And I will see you guys later.